Hi, I'm DTE. Your power's out, but that's a good thing. Think of all the money you're saving this winter. Because we here at DTE charge some of the highest electricity rates in the country. And besides, cold weather mammals live longer. That's just a fact. It's all made possible by bribing your elected officials, and it's all perfectly legal.
How much money are you giving to politicians? What exactly are your contributions or your donations?
With all due fairness, though, Attorney General, you are one of the politicians who's accepted money from DTE in the past.
That's true. I absolutely have. If I don't take this money, they're definitely going to be giving this money to my opponent.
The power's out. Again. Deal with it, Michigan, and we'll all get used to it together.
Live from downtown Detroit, it's No BS News Hour with my main man, Trolley.
No bullshit!
It's just it, breaking news. No more bullshit. No more bullshit.
Fucking voice is fried, man. Been a hard winter with no heat.
Yeah. Thanks a lot, DTE, for frying his voice.
Might as well have a cigarette.
That'll fix it.
Yeah, might as well have a little bourbon. Here, Bill.
That'll fix it.
That'll fix you up right there, Bill. We got Bill Arnold. We're going to try something here. I mean, we look, this is, Mark, all respect to you. All respect.
Yeah.
Red, Byron, this is the best podcast in the country, I think. You think so, Red?
Oh, yeah, I agree.
I mean, it's skinny. The crew's skinny, but
we make it happen.
We're smart. We're doing shit. Tonight, we've got 1 Ton Trolley, just one of the good country western, bluegrass, blues, rockabilly bands in Michigan. Right there. They're live, and we're going to try to do it. We're actually going to try to do it. Not do some bullshit podcast where we rip off Twitter and just talk about stuff. No, we're going to do stuff, but here's the deal. Anyway, hey, Bill Arnold. 1 Ton, what's up, brother?
How you doing?
Real good, man. I want to start with this. My dear friend, and if you're my dear friend, I'm always with you, whether you're here or you're in the great beyond. Mike Nevin will be laid to rest this weekend. Chief Mike Nevin, one of the baddest motherfuckers ever to don the firefighter's badge in this town. And it was 10 years ago that Mike met another good friend of mine who's passed, Anthony Bourdain. I put them together, and they shared a meal at Squad 3, Engine 23 on the east side. And I just want to play it.
The cliche is that firemen are great cooks. In this case, the cliche is true. Lieutenant Mike Nevins and the boys of Squad 3 are cooking up a family meal.
Is every firefighter expected to cook reasonably well?
If they don't, they catch hell. I mean,
really?
In Detroit, yeah.
It's almost in a perfect society in that sense, because in a perfect society, I believe, everybody should be able to feed themselves and their friends or their family at least reasonably well. And that if they're not able to do that, they should be shunned and demonized and marginalized.
Well, agreed. Most of the firemen are known for their cooking. We cook some outstanding meals. We've learned to shop. We've learned to shop with less to feed more. You don't want to be a belly robber.
No matter how badly led, ridiculously under-equipped, underappreciated, no matter how doomed their mission, they take a bizarre and quite beautiful pride in at least being screwed more than everybody else, and doing it with style. They seem to do what they do for themselves. It's not a job, it's a calling.
This is where the guys store their gear, and as you can see, the gear is very weathered.
How old?
This gear's only a couple years old. I mean,
it gets beat up quick.
Yeah. Got one new coat hanging in there, so there's a lucky guy that's got a new coat, but that gear's seen a lot of action.
Where's the fire pole, dude?
They took them.
Oh, man.
In the late 90s, management took the poles out.
What is every little boy, from my age, was all about Sparky the fire dog and the pole?
I used to love sliding the pole, and that headquarters was 3 stories. So when you were sliding that thing, you had to really hold on because you were going for a ride.
Oh, Mike, you don't even know what you just said.
I know. It's great. It's so great.
You know what they did with them poles? Scrapped them.
Really?
Yeah.
Probably got a lot for it.
Scrapped in this fucking town.
That's ridiculous.
That was like, I don't know, Karen, that's my life. I look at the great life I've been living. Those are my friends. Yeah. And I'm missing them.
And now they'll toast you in heaven, Charlie. They will.
I know they're both looking up right now. Thinking they're in Miami Beach.
Looking up.
What? Too soon?
Too soon.
Well, here's the other thing. During that, when Bourdain came here a decade ago to take a look at us, I was showing him around town. It was a very, very rigid show, very precise. Everything was ordered. Everything was on time, and I refused to do it. I go, Tony, if you want to know this town, you just got to drive around. You got to carve out, give me 90 minutes to just drive around. And so we drove around, and we stop at Shane to, get some beer, and you can see how people in Detroit shop, at the liquor store on Shane. And I just want to play this a little bit. This was Ghost Garden. It became kind of famous, this piece.
People seem to like you in this town. Who hates you in this town?
Who hates me in this town?
Nobody.
Politicians?
I'm guessing there are a number of politicians and former public employees who were not too happy with you.
I don't know, yeah.
Yeah, but let's face it, there are a whole lot of people out there who'd be perfectly happy with just letting Detroit go.
It already went.
It's gone.
Look at this. See all those lilies there?
Uh-huh.
I call those the ghost gardens. Like they're all over, like the houses that used to be. The gardens still come up.
So, which leads me to how I know Bill Arnold. The second time I met you. But you sent me an email, and it was beautiful, and it had to do with the Ghost Gardens.
Yeah.
What was it?
Well, I saw that segment. I stumbled on it probably, I don't think it was in 2013 when it aired, but later, and I don't know how many times I watched it, but I just thought it was a great episode because it was gritty, it was Detroit, it was perfect. And, when I heard you mention those Ghost Gardens, that just hit me right in the solar plexus. And as a songwriter, that's just those moments when they come by, if you don't grab them, they're gone forever, right? And I spent months trying to write that damn song because every time I pick up a guitar, I'm like, and I'd come up with something, I'm like, is this Ghost Gardens? Is this Ghost Gardens? Is this Ghost Gardens? And it turned out it was never about the gardens themselves. It was about one man's long-lost wife's garden that she planted for him. And he would drive home from the bar alone at night, and he couldn't see the house that they lived in, which was gone anyways. He'd go home, and then one day he decided to drive by it in the daytime. And he saw those flowers that his wife had planted decades ago. And he realized that she'd been there all along, and she was sending messages to him from the grave and from her ghost garden. And I was like, oh, shit, there it is.
How'd you arrive at that? I mean, how's the songwriter's process work? You're struggling with this thing. There's a seed, and I think what you just described was a few years struggle with writing a song. What's the process of getting there?
Well, the process for me is it always comes from a guitar. Like I put that guitar on my lap and I just start noodling around, and I just call it mindless noodling. And I've got an idea for maybe something I might want to talk about in a song, and sometimes it just comes from my subconscious. I don't know where it comes from, but that was one that I knew I needed to write a song about that, because I just thought it was powerful. It said so much about Detroit and how much we've lost. You talked about throwing away those firemen's poles. We've thrown away so much shit in this city, you know, and I think of Black Bottom and Hastings Street, and we've thrown away so much that, like, it was, to me, it was, at least as far as Ghost Garden was concerned, when I heard that, I'm like, God, it's still there. You know, there's still messages to be found in what we've thrown away and what's lost. We've torn down so many beautiful homes, and so many beautiful homes have been stripped of these priceless architectural artifacts that we don't even know where the hell they are. You know, and it's been a throwaway city, and it breaks my heart. And it's broken my heart for 54 years that I've lived here.
Because we did it.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, the way you're describing what you're going to play for us in a moment is yourself. Like, you're talking something really, I can see it. Yeah. Guys driving home, wife planted a garden. My grandpa used to live there. I think my grandma planted those lilies. You know, I mean, when people dog on us, the reason we get upset, and everybody got upset when this thing aired. They got really upset at Anthony. It's because we're still alive. It's not the Coliseum. It's not the Parthenon. It's that was like, I spent Thanksgiving in that house. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you think you?
Well, that's why we call ourselves Roots Rock from the Rust Belt, because we live in the Rust Belt. We live in the dust and clutter of concrete and rust. You know, we're living in this place that is just one of the grand dames of American cities. It was the epicenter of manufacturing. It was shiny, and it was beautiful, and it was cosmopolitan, and then it went to shit. And we've all watched it happen. And, you know, I was too little to do anything about it when it happened. But, I mean, I've lived here all my life. I've been in construction all my life, so there isn't probably a street I haven't been down in the Detroit area. And you see it, and then, you know, even when you try to rebuild the city, you look around, and it's just like, it's rape. I feel like we don't do things right here.
Hey, but Karen, because Karen is our resident Detroit soul. We have gone to shit, Karen, but we're not shit, are we?
No, we aren't. And, you know, a lot of also what had that as Bill was talking, I'm thinking about people that have left the city or been forced to leave the city, and they drive by, and those memories that they still have, because those flowers are always still there. I still drive by the place that I grew up, not far from where I am now, on the east side of Detroit, and there's this yellow plant that my mom had out by the water, by the canal. So that resonates, but we've not valued who we are. We've not valued what we have. And then everybody has an idea about what Detroit is supposed to be, and that's never been a cohesive agenda. And so here we are.
Will you do me a favor, because that's so beautiful. Will you take a picture of that yellow plant? Spring's coming. I love it.
I drive by quite a bit and just look at it. Yeah,
I love it here. We are the nicest, meanest people.
You know, we can talk about like what we've destroyed in material things, but it's the people are always going to be strong in the Detroit area. And we live out in the suburbs, and we catch some shit. You know,
where do you live? Where do you live?
I live in Clarkston.
Clarkston?
Yeah, a long way from here.
That ain't even a suburb.
It's not even a suburb.
Like a cornfield.
Almost like a suburb of Flint. But you know, it's like, but the people are still strong. You know.
Bill, I would be one of those people giving you that crap.
And you know what? And I get it, rightfully so. You know, but it's still the people of the Detroit area. We're a huge.
Well, Clarkston's
area.
cool, and like Flint and Detroit and everything in between, and that's what I think you got here. This is just out now. It's Sunday Morning Cigarettes, 1 Ton Trolleys, latest record. Bill, I know the band's waiting.
Let's do it.
Can you turn the audience on, please? I hope this works. If it don't
make it work.
If it don't work, I'm gonna take off my clothes.
God, I really hope it works then. There he is. Let's see. Hopefully I have sound.
Well, we do a sound check.
We did. We ran through it all.
No, but we can do it now. Like in the band, just Bill Arnold on guitars and vocals, Chris Brown on bass, John Johnson on drums, and Tony Zach. Sorry, Tony. I know it's Anthony, but I'm calling you Tony because it's Tony Bourdain on guitars and vocals. Tony, can you hear? Give me a check here, bro.
What's up? Checking the vocal.
We got it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, 1 ton trolley. Ladies and gentlemen, 1 ton trolley.
Are you ready for it?
Look at the green screen back there. We are fucking smoking.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, I know. This is called Ghost Gardens.
Whisper it again to me. Tell me everything is alright. I know it's been a while, but I had to give myself some time. I used to only drive on by. I hid from you by dark of night. I see I miss so much. You were waiting for me in the light, waiting patiently to rescue me. Right out in the open for the world to see. Now here I am, a broken man, nothing but a watering can in your ghost garden. Gone is all the wood and stone, all the things that build a home, but hidden in the weeds are those treasures that your heart had sown. I remember that first spring, the hours that you'd spent alone, planting messages to me not to be open until you were gone. Waiting patiently to rescue me. Right out in the open for the world to see. Now here I am, a broken man, nothing but a watering can in your ghost garden. Waiting patiently to rescue me. Right out in the open for the world to see. Now here I am, a broken man, nothing but a watering can in your ghost garden.
That was fucking beautiful. But that's not what I meant. That was beautiful, boys.
That was really good.
Oh my, Byron, nice camera work. I can't believe that worked, man. That was
And
beautiful.
it sounded good. Everything was fine. It went well. Looks good. Sound great.
Sound great, man. That is that's
It's a damn good song.
they're from Clarkson. That's some country western. That is beautiful. That ain't country. That's beautiful. Man, I'm proud. So listen, I'm also proud. Cue up to Coney, but I want to give a shout out to Corporate AV Services for designing and No, I'm not going to give you a shout out for designing, building the studio. You got fucking paid. But I'm going to give you a shout out for showing up tonight and giving Byron's the equipment that he needs to go live, because we need it, because we got big things planned, because we're not going away, because this is the place. And we might go a little long tonight. You know why? Because it's going to snow tomorrow, and the power's going to be out. There ain't going to be no TV. You're going to watch this. We're going to have the band. It's true.
Download it tonight. You can watch it tomorrow multiple times.
Yeah, anyway, thank you, Corporate AV Services. Call Mike and Mike at 248-939-0900. They basically do audio and visual for your corporate boardroom, which we are not. And I want to remind everybody, there's just a couple, but that's it. Me and White Boy Rick, The Real Story, Saturday, March 18th.
Almost
On
there.
Diamo Celebrity Showroom in Warren, Michigan. Tickets, I don't even think the cheap ones are there anymore. The expensive ones aren't there anymore.
They added tables, actually.
They added tables.
Yeah,
Oh, we sold out. Fucking we sold out. It's going to be good. And I bitched at White Boy Rick's L.A. guys because they wouldn't give us any video, because this is a real fucking Vegas show. And we need video.
Yeah.
So, I know all kinds of guys. It's going to be awesome.
It's going to be good.
Yeah. Go to ondiamoshowroom.com or Ticketmaster, whatever the fuck, or show up. Mm-hmm. Because I think Rick might be giving out some weed in the parking lot. Red?
How much was them tickets again?
Anywhere from 25 to 59. But for you, I tell you what, I'm going to have a little something over my house this weekend, right?
Okay.
Why don't you come on over and shovel my walk, huh? Huh?
Okay. Is he giving out the weed in the parking lot? That's all we have to select.
Do you know it's the 10th anniversary, the 3rd anniversary of COVID tomorrow, March 10th. Nobody did a fucking word. But Red's got a beautiful piece that ends with Red scoring a bag at the bus station. And does it cure COVID? Who knows? It makes you feel good. Right? Still here?
Or you at least forget you had it.
Yeah. And as always, tomorrow's Friday. If the weather's good enough, if I was y'all, I'd come and get them Lent fish burgers. American Coney Island. That is Pacific Pollock, not Atlantic cod.
They're not fish burgers.
Oh, yeah.
Is that what they call them?
They're
fish sandwich, yeah. Burger implies that it's all chopped up.
Sandwich
is more sophisticated.
Yeah, ooh la la.
We'll fix it in post.
No, we won't.
Did you know that the Coney Island is the American version of the sandwich? That the Earl of Sandwich liked to gamble but didn't want to get up. So he had his servant put some meat between two pieces of bread. We got the sandwich. The Coney comes to be because Michigan passes Prohibition 2 years before national Prohibition, and some clever Greek immigrant figures, why not put some sauce on a dog, open a speakeasy in the basement, some card rooms, and here we are. Roll the tape.
American Coney Island. So
Hey, boys in the
good,
band,
even
come
Al
up.
Roker from the Today Show eats here. Not like that other guy, Al Joker, who eats at Lafayette. So make sure you're a Roker.
Come back in,
and
the
not a
boys,
Joker.
and watch a little of the show.
American Coney Island.
What happened to the band?
They're not around? Are they already taking a smoke break?
Oh, I offended them.
They already left?
It's not what I meant.
You only paid for one song?
All right, fuck those guys.
Shit, I left them in my office. Let
Hit me
out
up with
of
this.
here.
What's bullshit in the news?
The No BS News Hour presents What's Bullshit in the News?
I'm out of beer. Oh, thank you, brother. I didn't mean for it. Well, thank you. I did mean for it, didn't I? I just like it. It was just cheery. That was like, it's like Mary Poppins. Thank you, B-Dog. Oh, did you catch that redneck move? He opened the beer with his, you did it too, with the ring. Married, they're showing off. My wife doesn't mind me drinking beer. That's Michigan. All right, what's bullshit in the news? I'll tell you what's bullshit. Alyssa Slotkin is running for Senate. Congressman Alyssa Slotkin. Now, Alyssa is a diminutive of Elizabeth, right? It means oath to God. So, basically, your nickname's Betty. And your nickname is Baghdad Betty. Because listen, Congresswoman, I know what you did. You worked for the CIA. You worked for the CIA. Before you worked for the CIA, you wrote grants for women's programs. But then you went to work for the CIA under George Bush, the worst president in history. Worse than Biden. Swear to God. These two people, Biden and Bush, make Carter look like you should be the fifth guy on Rushmore. I swear to God. World economic collapse, right?
War, yeah.
Forever wars, illegal fucking wars.
I'm with you.
Madam Slotkin, I think I'm going to run. I'm going to run. Because I didn't start no illegal war. I got nothing to do with Abu Ghraib. I got nothing to do with the surge that killed 1,000 of our people. I got nothing to do with no armor on the Humvees. I got nothing to do with ISIS. You're running on nothing. You're a hack. Nice. That's what John McCain said.
Yeah.
I'm not voting for you to be the Assistant Secretary of Defense. Because everything you did stunk. I didn't do Guantanamo Bay. I don't go around just voting as the party tells me and then going across the street and raising money all day. That's not what we want. Is that what we want, Bill?
Nope.
I know the band is very political. Some of you on the right, some of you on the left, some of you in the middle, right? It's interesting.
Well, you know, we all have our own political viewpoints, but as entertainers, we don't take sides in politics. We want to make our music for
all right, blah, blah, blah,
everybody.
blah, 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 blah. You're guys with disparate views on life.
Everybody has disparate views
and yet
on
you
life.
get along.
Yeah.
You're a family.
Yeah.
Why
Everybody
can't-
should get along.
Why can't we all do that?
Everybody has different ideas about stuff. We all got to get along. We all
Does
got
it
to
come
live
ar-
here.
Does it come down to hate?
Shouldn't.
Who the guy that looks like Bob Seger over here? I know who it is. I got notes, man.
That's Chris Brown.
Hey,
Chris.
Charlie, I think they get along because they all agree on drinking the same beer.
Free.
Yeah, the free beer. Our beer. Yeah. Hey, they work for beer. Where can they book you, dude?
I found that bottle of Bullet as soon as I walked in.
This thing was full. Yeah, we want more than that. I want more than some rich person who never worked hard, who's got a resume, and it's a resume loaded with failure, and out of the gate you raised $1 million. Well, I'm thinking about it. I committed my life to this community. Nobody gave me nothing. I'm not into it. That's what's bullshit in the news. Now, give me another one. You know what's bullshit in the news? I'm gonna tell you what's bullshit in the news. The power went out. I got a little timeline I put together.
Impressive.
I left it at home. Here's what happened. The power went out. 820,000 of us didn't. Houses, not people. Whenever you hear customers without power, this is an underestimate. Double it, and that's the amount of people without power. So over 1,600,000 of my brothers and sisters didn't have no power. None. Where were you? Where were you, Governor? Where was the hard hat? Give me the hard hat, Bernie. Where was the hard hat? Why don't you love the people? Why? Yeah, give it to me. I'm going to do this right now. My fellow citizens, I know this is tough. I know you can't take a shower. I know there'll be no laundry. I suggest you turn your underpants inside out and wear them twice. Use both sides of the Charmin. Shake the breadcrumbs into the meatloaf and don't open the fridge too many times. That's what I would tell the people. But where were you? You were in San Diego. That's what you were doing because you left on spring break when 500,000 people didn't have no power. And you went to spring break. And then the power went out again. And you didn't say anything. And they were shipping that poison dirt in from East Palestine, and you didn't know about it because you weren't around. Because somebody got to want to do the job to do the... Leave it to do the job. Bernie, the phone's on. Somebody got to want to do the job because they love the people, not because they love the position or the power or they go hook their friends up. That's what's bullshit in the news. You want to know what else is bullshit in the news? Excuse me. Here's what else is bullshit in the news. Will you hold DTE and consumers to task? Because I did the work. I did the No Bullshit News Hour right there. And Hank Winchester from Channel 4. Help me, Hank. That guy's solid, man.
He's good.
Real solid. If I might, ladies and gentlemen, since Gretchen Whitmer ran for governor in 2017, Bill, consumers gave her $16,000. DTE staff gave her $130,000. Consumer staff gave her $120,000. Consumers themselves gave her $100,000. DTE gave her $100,000. They paid for her inauguration party. In 5 years, grand total. Give me some music. You guys are a band. Drum roll, please, Bill. $537,750. Are you really doing hearings next week? Fuck off. That's what's in the news. Oh, thank you. You want to know what else is bullshit in the news?
Yes.
Speaker of the House, what's his name? McCarthy?
Yeah.
What's his first
Kevin.
name? I've been in front of his house. He's a weasel. This guy's a fucking weasel. A two-faced weasel. He gave Tucker Carlson 41,000 hours of tape on the January 6th insurrection. Right? Okay? Tucker Carlson showed me 5 minutes. I know Tucker. I like Tucker. Go ahead, Google that. I like Tucker. Go ahead, post it. Horns. I known him a long time.
I was actually wondering if you were going to be in any of those texts.
I got texts.
I'm sure you do.
I know what Tucker feels in the beginning about if the election was stolen. I ain't going to reveal that. That's between friends. Let me just tell you something. The election wasn't stolen. It wasn't stolen. I was there processing the absentee ballot. It was not stolen. And Whitmer didn't do shit in the nursing homes. And Mike Duggan is lying about the financial condition of Detroit. And Kevin McCarthy's a weasel. Now, the point being, you can show me 3 minutes of, do we have this tape? We got 3 minutes of the horned QAnon guy. His name's Jacob Chansley, wandering around. And it's now being presented that the police were escorting him around. January 6th was bullshit. You don't fuck up my Capitol. You don't smash the windows. You don't fuck with cops. You don't spray them with pepper spray. That shit's fucked. No way. Never gonna cross my drawbridge. Ever. Having said that, there he goes. Here he is. Here's the guy. I'll get to my point. There he is. Fuck you. Navy vet, by the way. And eats only organic food, apparently.
Him and Wall or whatever. I think Cruz would want us to do this, so yeah, absolutely. I think we're good.
Was he being escorted around by police like Tucker Carlson saying, here he comes entering the Senate chamber?
Fucking A, man.
With his escort, the cop, apparently.
These guys are fucking patriots. Look at this guy. He's got covered in blood.
Fucking patriot there. Fucking patriot.
You good, sir? Do you need medical attention?
I'm good, thank you.
All right.
I got shot in the face. I got shot in the face with some kind of plastic bullet.
Any chance I could get you guys to leave the Senate wing?
Did you hear that? Pause that. A cop said, "Is there any chance I can get you guys to leave the Senate wing?" Here's a cop that does not want to get fucking killed, Karen. He doesn't want to get killed. What you think, they're going to start putting cuffs on people when they're getting overwhelmed and shit shoved in their face?
Now, and again, it's always hard to make an assessment in that kind of situation from the bleachers or from the sideline. What happened? Who knew? Did anybody know? But you had officers that you could clearly see on some of the tape that were concerned for their safety and the safety of the people that they were protecting. So, maybe this is his point there.
You're making that sound even more nice than what I saw, like concern for my safety. Like, these motherfucking animals going to kill me, man. But I'll say this. Here's what's good about that tape. The shaman, his lawyer, never got that tape. He is absolutely 100% entitled to have that in discovery when he's deciding if he's going to cop to a charge or if he's going to go to trial. And the United States Department of Justice withheld it.
Yeah, that's wrong.
That's fucked.
The most important thing a defense attorney does is to make sure the client has due process.
Due process,
Period.
which is required by law and discovery. I get everything. You may not withhold it. There's a great appeal here. And it's making me sick. The Democrats and the Republicans making excuses and fucking us all up. Give them the tape. They didn't do it, ladies and gentlemen. I'm trying to be the middle. Fuck you for smashing windows, and fuck you for not letting a guy defend himself. And I'll always defend somebody trying to defend themselves. And when I see you fuck rifling through desks, get the fuck out of my Capitol. Am I wrong?
No,
you're right.
What are you guys doing here? You're supposed to play another song.
We'll play another song.
I have no segue.
I just wrote the song called Shaman. Don't squeeze the shaman.
I think the band been in my office while they was out there on break.
What are we going to hear next, Bill? This one-ton trolley.
Well, we're going to play a song called My Town.
Oh.
So I wrote that song about going back to I grew up in Milford, so Karen, you'll have more shit to say about me there. So, yeah, and it was about going back there.
God, the white guilt in here. You guy with a knife.
Flog me. So,
Later, baby.
Went back there and I realized, it's about going anywhere, where you grew up and you've been away for a long time. And you go back there and you're like, everything's different here. And then you look around and you're like, nothing's really different. It's all still the same, but I've been away. And so that's what My Town's all about.
Okay, before you go My Town, I forgot. Mike Duggan did a State of the City. And he's telling me how great everything is and like how, these tax break giveaways to billionaires don't mean anything. Hey, Mike, I know nobody fact checks anymore. You're bullshit, dude. Of course it's a giveaway. Of course it's a giveaway. Because the way it works is you create a zone and then you raise the taxes on everybody else. All the business pays for itself and doesn't pay anything for the people. Let me make it simple, ladies and gentlemen. The year we went bankrupt, Detroit's revenues were $1.1 billion. This year they're estimated to be $1.2 billion. But when you add inflation, back when we were bankrupt, we had $1.4 billion. So we're giving all the money to these guys anytime. Mike, you're so afraid of me, you won't even give me an interview anymore. Go play it, bro. Go My Town. It's my town. It's your town. It's our town. I got no more town. Downtown Julie Brown. Brownies. Downtown. Help me out. Come on. Mexican town. Chinatown. Uptown. Downtown. East side of town. West side of town. Oh, he was cussing.
I feel like I'm in a bar.
Great.
That's the point, yeah.
That's
No.
where we're going. No. Have a drink. Hey.
I have a smoothie.
Nice. Show it to us.
Have a smoothie. See, it's green.
What are you going to do with that cup when you're done? Throw it away?
Mm-hmm.
Biden's going to send it.
What should I do with it?
It's green,
What am I supposed to do
Karen.
with
What's
it,
in
Carl?
there?
I'm going to
It's a
recycle my
smoothie.
stuff. I'm going to recycle my stuff. You
Oh,
boys ready?
well, this may go.
Here we go.
Two birds singing in trees in two different yards. 5 empty bottles in the grass next to the car. Piles of cigarette butts and old candy wrappers. Months of papers in the gutter that were never delivered. This is still my town, my town. Seems the names are the same on that old water tower. Choosing numbers to match as far as I can remember. Those Friday nights were made for those of us who would scatter. Leave the others to the chairs while we attended what mattered. In our hometown, our town, this will always be my town. This will always be my ground. I've been around the world, I pulled my stakes, and I put them now. Wherever I call home, it ain't nothing like my town. There's the latest Zeus draped in varsity letters. Drink it all in now, it may never get better. Once you've been to the top, nothing down below matters. Well, we can drown all our failures in bourbon and bitters. In our hometown, our town, this will always be my town. This will always be my ground. I've been around the world, I pulled my stakes, and I put them now. Wherever I call home, it ain't nothing like my town.
Wow, man. I never heard of these guys, man. They're fucking awesome.
Yeah, I was telling him before the show, I said, I've worked in radio for a long time. I've heard a lot of local bands. I would say about 80% aren't very good. They're really fucking good.
Yeah, I don't think this is a local band.
Not
man.
that I'm an expert, but I'm just saying.
I think it's a band.
He's from here. Yeah.
I think of what I'm hearing, like, they're here in the, what do we call this place again? The Joint.
What do you call it?
They just up here in the Joint. That's just.
It was good.
It's the Penthouse.
The Penthouse. Yeah, that's it. It's the Penthouse. It ain't the finest, but that's live.
Yeah, that was good.
Oh, you guys are great. You guys are great. Hey, you're great.
Well done.
Now, as
Bill's
promised.
got a nice voice. He's got a nice voice.
He sure does. They got a nice rhythm section, too. Oh, my God, the bourbon hit me. Did y'all know tomorrow it will be March 10th? That's the 3-year anniversary of the announcement that COVID is upon us. Exclusively, we reported it. Comedian, reporter Detroit Red goes to the Rosa Parks bus station and takes the temperature of Detroit. Where are we now? Let's roll.
It's the 3-year anniversary of COVID, and we're at the bus stop trying to see if COVID is gone and forgotten or forgotten and not gone. So when you first heard about COVID and had the lockdown, what did you think?
I was in a joint when I first heard about COVID. I caught that shit 2 times.
Locked up?
In prison. Couldn't get away from it. It's 8 of us in one cell.
Take me to the pain.
Let me tell you like this. COVID hit, and nobody think about it. Oh, it's some bullshit. Oh, it is. They ain't gonna hit us. That motherfucker hit us. Like 4 people died. 10 people damn near died, and 700 prisoners got COVID.
You was an essential worker. You had to be out here on the bus line.
No hazard pay.
What you see different now than 3 years ago?
Oh, people don't care no more. They ready to kill to take these masks off.
Hey, what's good, doctor? How you doing today?
Yeah, I'm all right.
I want to ask you something. 3-year anniversary of COVID. Can you tell us why was COVID killing old people?
I couldn't tell you, man, but they making money off of it. I'm working at a nursing home.
So, I got to ask you, were they really doing everything they could to take care of them old folks in them nursing homes?
You know what? The old folks don't go out and get it. Somebody comes in and give it to them.
So, do you think COVID is forgotten and gone, or gone and forgotten?
It ain't going nowhere.
What?
Monkeypox and where that went. I ain't seen a case of it yet.
Have you caught COVID?
No, I haven't. You know what? I got to know. I had taste in my mouth, smell in my nose, but I got a little under the weather.
Okay, did you get tested, or is this just a self-examination?
Self-examination.
You smoke cigarettes?
Yes, I do.
You think smoking cigarettes saved you from catching COVID?
Yes, I do.
So you think a Newport or a Cool can fight off COVID?
Definitely know that is true.
You got some of that natural medication?
Yes, sir.
Now,
Yeah.
You think that'll help keep me from getting COVID?
I don't think so, but it might relieve the pain. You know what I mean? Hey, it's natural. Hey, what you think?
I got, let me see what I got. I got a hot 5 on me.
Bam.
Hey, this is Detroit Red with his COVID vaccination medicine saying deuces.
All right.
That was great, Red. That was great.
Anybody think weed might work? I never heard no stoner dropping dead, bro.
That's true.
And
but
I
that
got
guy
to admit,
Charlie,
3 years
you're
I ain't
making
caught
money off of
COVID yet. 2 blunts a day.
But Charlie, did you hear the guy say they're making money off of it? That's what this is. This is a money maker.
That is so true, Karen, because Red and I, we're in the basement of Coney here trying to crash that thing because, our star fucking editor and filmmaker, Byron, is doing other business this week. But we were talking just about that, and that story actually had a lot of stuff in it. It had the nursing home worker who was passing the COVID. It was the nursing home workers and the bus driver. Man, nobody gave a fuck. I didn't get no hazard pay.
And the jails.
And the jails and the prisons. A lot of stuff in there. Dude, that was very well done, man.
Thank you, brother. Thank you for going with me. I was honored to be out there.
Get in that microphone. Tell everybody.
It was thank you, and thank you for going with me. Charlie LeDuff works the camera too, y'all. If y'all didn't know, he actually did the camera work on that. So
take me to the pain. What are you, Brad Edwards?
Yeah, yeah. Thank you for that one too.
You can thank Brad Edwards for that one. Okay, now listen. We're doing really good, man, because we want to make it an hour. I want to dedicate this show not only to Anthony Bourdain, but I want to dedicate this to my dear friend, never to be forgotten, Detroit Fire Chief Mike Nevin. I walked back into town after doing my jaunt around the world in my young man life in 2008, and this was one of the first video pieces that I did when I was working for the Detroit News. Steve Perez, love you, dude. I'm glad you sent it. Just watch this.
A Detroit firefighter is among the busiest in the country. It takes its toll.
This is it. I mean, Christ, when is it going to end? When are we going to have one day where this isn't happening? The fires and the car wrecks.
These are the opinions not of the fire department, but of individual men. They are stationed on the city's east side, which was once the core of American manufacturing might. Now the core is on fire.
You wonder what happened to the Motor City here, You got GM, Chrysler, they're all picking up and they're leaving. And the people are still here. And when the factories go, they're not taking the people with them.
This isn't happening out in the suburbs to this degree yet, but it's on its way. We can't just ignore this area. These people have to go somewhere after this is all blown out, And that's just the next step, logical.
Not yet, it's coming. Wake up. Can't all deliver pizzas.
My father's right off the boat in Scotland. No, he came over here to be a wood model maker. No, this is definitely not what they had in mind. But they built a good city. Just needed to maintain it. You can't abandon it and just leave and expect it to continue to thrive. We've seen 500,000 people leave the city since we've started fighting fires.
Breaks your heart. Breaks your heart. Breaks your heart. I'm sure every guy here would say the same thing. Breaks your heart. And all these guys here, man, do whatever they can for the people here in the city.
All right, well, in the end there, look at you, tall man. Hold on. The last man in that piece was firefighter Walt Harris, who died in an arson. He died. Mike's gone. Jimmy Montgomery, I wish you long and well, man. I'll see you tomorrow. I want to introduce the band. This is Bill Arnold. He's doing guitars and vocals. Chris Brown on bass. What's up, brother? John Johnson on the drums. Anthony Zach on guitar and vocals, my man. Wait, don't hug me.
I'm sorry. I got a little attached to it.
I'm good.
Yeah, right. I see how the politics lines up here. Thank you. Listen, 1 Ton Trolley, their latest record, Sunday Morning Cigarettes. You can get it anywhere. What's the name of this one, bro? Happy
We're going to play Happy Ever After.
Happy Ever After. And you know, closing song, we usually do something at the end. Take us out, bro. And thanks for being here.
Hey, thank you, Charlie.
Right on.
Never let them steal your mind, or ever let them deep inside. Keep your souvenirs and secrets locked away. Save them for a rainy day. You always have a backup plan, and you find yourself a trusty right-hand man. You need all help you can get to get on through this life. But I don't believe in fairy tales, happy ever afters. Promises are bullshit dressed in bows and pretty paper. Strip away all your camouflage and just talk to me. Were a dime, long before opinions could prosecute a crime. Drop your bombs and make your getaways. The story ends the same. I'll wake up in strange places all the time. The day of the week seems to always slip my mind. Eyes focused on the dawning skies through a lens of cellophane. I don't believe in fairy tales, happy ever afters. Promises are bullshit dressed in bows and pretty paper. Strip away all your camouflage and just talk to me. 'Cause there's nothing like an honest feeling laid there before contemplating. You can't take it back, it's out there open for all to see. Cast aside your uncertainty, just trust in me. 'Cause I don't believe in fairy tales, happy ever afters. Promises are bullshit dressed in bows and pretty paper. Strip away all your camouflage and just talk to me. Strip away all your camouflage, just talk to me. Strip away all your camouflage and just talk to me.
Oh! Good night, everybody.
Thank you all so much.